First, each candidate will receive one 2-minute opening statement. Thank you. Next, Mike Espinoza.
I want to also thank the Chamber, thank all of you folks for being here. And my name is Mike Espinoza, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. In the late 50s, I arrived in Fontana with my beautiful young wife, and I got a job at Kaiser Steel Corporation. I started working as a laborer, and then I went to school in the daytime and worked the night shift. And so when I received my degree, then they gave me a job in management. I worked there for 17 years, and after 17 years I resigned and started my own little real estate business on Citrus and Arrow. I've been there for I've been doing business in Fontana for 30 years, and I retired a couple of years ago. And so my son right now runs the business. And so what I've seen of Fontana, and the reason why I'm running for the city council, is because I see a city that we have very pretty edifices, but on the council we don't have any diversity. We have approximately 190,000 people. Almost 130,000 of those are Latino, and so they have no representation on the council. Everybody on this council is either a city employee or they work for the state, every one of them. And so do I have anything against them? No, I don't. But they ought to have diversity, and so here I am running for city to represent some of those interests that maybe not be represented in the council. Thank you.
Thank you to all the candidates. Please remember that 2 city council seats will be up for election this November 2nd. Now, we'll have the candidates respond to various questions. The candidates earlier tonight had a chance to look at a list of 27 possible questions. Now, they will each respond to 3 of the questions that were chosen totally at random. These questions were submitted by community members and members of the Chamber of Commerce. Here is the first question. Thank you. Next, for Mike Espinoza, how many past city council meetings have you personally attended, and have you addressed the council about any concerns? How many past city council meetings have you personally attended, and have you addressed the council about any concerns?
Well, I've attended the last 3 city council meetings, and I addressed the council on the issue of long-term debt. In a report that was given by the controller of the state of California, rated this city the number 3 city of all the cities in California with the highest debt. Now, the first highest debt on that roster was Oakland, but Oakland has an NFL team. Now, based on that report, the controller said that if you add the total principal and interest of the debt, the debt is up to $2.7 billion. So, even though we have a nice city, a lot of edifices and all that, but somebody's going to have to pay for them, and the people that will pay for them are the children. That our children will be paid for them. So everybody in the city here said, well, we're operating on the black, but yet, I don't think that they understand the difference between red and black in financial terms. So one of the things that I have to do if I'm elected to the city council, I'm a fiscal conservative, and I'm going to pay attention to that budget And it's going to have to take people like me that can make the tough decisions to take care of the debt. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is for Mike Espinoza. As this recession continues, what are your suggestions for minimizing the cutbacks in city services to the citizens of Fontana? As this recession continues, what are your suggestions for minimizing the cutbacks in city services to the citizens of Fontana?
Well, I think that what we have to do is, first of all, stop the debt service on a spiraling debt that doesn't see the light of day. Let me give you just a little example. Last year, we had a budget of $458 million. This year, the budget is $264 million. Now, what they did is they cut, most of the capital improvement projects from last year, and they went line by line by line, about 160 different funds to cut. They're already cutting the budget. You know why? Because we have that spiraling debt, and nobody talks about that. The people that like Mr. Roberts and Mr. Tejan, they work hand in hand in getting us here to this debt. Mr. Tejan, a fat cat, that does millions and millions of dollars in jobs, contracts from the city, he through CalDrop Corporation, LCM, millions of dollars. And then, when he gets those contracts, who makes the motion to let him get those contracts? Mr. Roberts. So I don't think that going on in the future will create jobs that, we need to get them. They are part of the problem. I don't think they will be part of the solution. So, as far as jobs goes, it's going to be a bleak in the future. So thank you.
Next, Mike Espinoza.
With all due respect, Mr. Tejan, the analogy of the car, if you don't pay the car, they take it away from you, quick. But if you have a $95 million debt, long-term debt, with the city, that stays forever. Either you go bankrupt at the end, and there's going to be a lot of problems because of that. Now, I love Fontana. I've been here 30 years. I've been on Citrus and Arrow, and I've been selling entry-level houses to many people in Fontana. So I have a pulse for the community. And what I see is that in order for Fontana to go forward, we're going to have to, first of all, take control of that debt. Because with that debt wrapped around your neck, there's very, very little that you can do. You're just going to have to pray that we get a lot of businesses here to Fontana, and pray that we are able to keep a good hold on the budgets. And so it's going to take tough people to make those tough decisions, because we're going to have to make them. And I think that I'm that person, so I would appreciate the vote on November 2nd. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Remember that 2 seats are open here for City Council in the election. Please remember to vote on November 2nd. Thank you very much.